wabarakatuh. Welcome to my channel, Scholars Islamic Institute. And today we will inshallah discuss about the Trinity and other religions as well. And we will make sure to prove that there is only one God, which is obviously Allah. So there is an ayah in Quran. We'll start with that and then we'll prove it logically inshallah. The ayah is, it goes like, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا. That means if there were in them gods other than Allah, they would have gone to ruin. So glory be to Allah, Lord of the throne, above whatever they describe. Now, the basic thing that is actually that ayah is talking about the logical proof. If it is about the religious things, like we are discussing the religious things, we have our own book, we have our own religious points, and the Christians and the other religious people, they have their own things, they will prove that from there. So that will remain as a point of conflict forever. So how we can like solve that riddle, and we can sort out this problem? That is only possible with one way, which is the way of logic. So let's discuss it logically. The first thing, we call and we believe that there is only one God. There is only one creator and only one God, which is obviously Allah. We call him Allah. And the Christians, they do believe in three, or like the chain of the three, the gathering of the three, like the Holy Spirit, God, and the Son. So they, and other than Christians, like Hindus, they cannot, you cannot believe they can, they believe in millions. So how to prove whether is there one God or if there are many? The first point we have here to discuss is that logically, we are going logically, that if there are many, then why are they stopping only on three? All right, like there is no point to stop there on three. Like if the one God requires a son, he might require a daughter. If he want a wife, then he might find for himself like a mother-in-law, a father-in-law, and many other things. So why they are stopping only on three? Why to prefer or to choose that now the God is completed when it's three? If he is weak, if the God is weak, that much weak that he requires a son and he needed a wife too, then he might need many other relations as well. Why are they stopping only on son and on wife? He better have to go to the other level, to relatives. So that will like, and to the Hindus point of view, or other that are believing in more than three gods, or like more than one, and like three gods other than Christianity, then why are they stopping on 3,300 or thousands or 33 million? Why they stop? Like their God has all the relatives, then why the relatives are being stopped? Like why they stopped making more children, making more relatives? As for like humanity, it is starting with Prophet Adam alayhi salam, like they call them Adam or Eve. So Prophet Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam. So it's unstoppable. We are growing. All the humans, we are growing. We are divided in tribes, in other people. So we kept going. We didn't stop. Then why, if the gods has the attributes like humans, if they require a wife and they need a son and other relatives, then why they stop there? Why are they not like, why they didn't keep growing? We would have find some relatives of gods here today too. Now let's do it logically, and the logically is that you must have to stop on one. If you are going to more than one, then that is unstoppable, and that is like up to infinity. That would not stop. That will keep growing, keep going. So you must have to get a point where the God have to stop. That is the point number one. Point number two is, if they are like, it couldn't be possible to logically that there are more than one God. How? Let's discuss. For example, if there are two gods, let's take two, not more. Let's take two gods. If there are two gods, then the first one is God and the second one is God, right? And we believe that God is the supreme power of the universe. No one exceeds him. God is the supreme power of all the creations and everything. So there are now two persons who have the supreme power. The first one is God and the second one is God too. We'll call it God A and God B. Now let's come to the point of conflict where this idea can fail. Actually, that can fail in anything, not only on the point of conflict. For example, let's discuss, let's prove how this idea will fail. If God A, he's the supreme, and God B, he's also the supreme, he's supreme too. So if the God A wants to make a mountain, for example, a mountain, then the God A must have two conditions, or we can say three, but let's get two conditions. The God B will go against the God A, right? He'll say, I'm not with him. I'm not gonna let you create the mountain. I want a sea. All right. So he will either he will go against the God A's idea to make a mountain. He'll have his another idea, all right? Or he will agree with God A. He will agree with God A to make a mountain. Like he will say, okay, let's make a mountain. Now this is the point, and this is actually a very interesting point. How that idea will fail. If God A wants to make a mountain and the other God B, he wants it too, he also wants to make a mountain, then that means he is not the supreme, because he don't have his own idea. If he is agreeing upon the idea of someone else, then that clearly means he doesn't have his own idea. Or if he is agreeing on the idea of God A, that means his idea is more powerful, or he is more powerful, that he got an idea that makes him agreed upon that. So that makes him lesser in quality and in supreme quality than the God A. So he's not a God, because he lost his supremacy. The second thing, if he goes against the God B, the God A, if the God B goes against the God A, then there will be two things. The God A will kill the God B, or the God B will kill the God A. Or the third thing is that will be like an infinite and unsolved conflict that will remain for decades, and we will never have a mountain. Sorry to say, but we will never have a mountain all our life, because the gods are not gonna let it happen. The God A is the God A wants it, and the God B is not gonna let him do. So that will remain uncreated for lifetime. Or it can only be possible in one condition, that whether if God B kills the God A or the God A kills the God B. So that means if God has another person who can goes against him, who can challenge his supremacy, and who stop him doing creating something, that clearly means either the first God is not a God, or either the second God is not a God. So that was a logical point. Now you have the time, you have the proofs, you have the logic in mind, you can think who is the real God and how many are the real gods. And this situation also be implemented on many gods. I just gave you two example of two. That's the most easiest one. So you can have now your open heart, your open mind, and you can now discuss how you can now prove yourself by yourself that how many gods are there and who better be a God. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching my video. And for other lessons of Arabic and Quranic recitation, you can watch my previous videos here. We'll see you inshallah in the next video. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.